When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
For Lorain, Destiny Evans, a 5'11 junior, 11 points a game and 8 rebounds. Brooklyn Ferguson, a 5'6 sophomore at 8 points a game. Amani Thomas, a 5'8 senior at 7 points a game. Mackenzie Barricklow, a 5'8 senior at 7 a game. And Makai Herman, 5'5 junior at 7 a game. They come in with a record of 17-3, 10-1 in the LEL. For Firelands and Dave Cadella, Isabella Zavara, a 5'11 sophomore, 9.8 a game and 10 rebounds. Abby Schmitz, 5'11 sophomore, 12.9 a game. Megan Sutton, a 5'10 junior, 10.9. Emily Sutton, a 5'7 senior, 5.5. And Madison Sutton, 5'10 junior at 8.5 points per game. You've been listening to the Edward Jones pregame show, making sense of investing for the power of personal attention to work for you. For a face-to-face appointment with an Edward Jones financial advisor, visit edwardjones.com. Time now for tonight's Keys to the Game, presented by Deke Medical Dentistry. Now with offices in both Elyria and Grafton, Deke Medical Dentistry provides advanced patient-centered dental care with a personal touch. Jared Kozar, my key for Firelands will be they have to handle the Lorain pressure. The JV team didn't do it so much. To me, for Firelands to be in this basketball game, they have to handle the pressure.
Well, they're going to see a very athletic Lorain team come at them tonight, and maybe something they're not used to, and that is a great warm-up before tournament time when you think about it from their aspect. On the other side of that, Firelands can't be complacent about success that they've had so far because they're in a situation where they've earned their position where they're at, their seeding, their conference championship. Now is not the time to rest your laurels on the 18 wins. You got to go out there and look for 19 tonight.
And it's time now for the tip-off, brought to you by Westland Heating and Air Conditioning. Family-owned and operated for 35 years. Kyle Robeson, Tom White, Ken Van Wagenen are the three in charge of this one, and we are underway from Lorain High School. Firelands in the road red uniforms, red jerseys, red shorts, and Lorain is in the home whites. For the Firelands Falcons, they're going to bounce it inside, and facing a double team going up with it, drawing a foul, is going to be Isabella Zavar. No foul. Is it traveling? What's that call?
It looked like they whistled a foul to me, but apparently it was traveling.
So thank you, Joe Bach. Joe Bach's here, and we'll tell you throughout the night, but that lets us tell you that tonight's game also on WLCS TV 20. Thanks to Joe Bach for using our audio tonight to WLCS TV 20. Of course, your home for Lorain City Schools Television. With the basketball on the right side for the Lorain Titans is Mackenzie Barricklow. As she went back to the basket, it was stripped and stolen by Megan Sutton. Megan Sutton will hand it off to Abby Schmitz. Schmitz with the basketball across the timeline. Schmitz looking. She's going to go on the left side to Madison Sutton. So you've got Megan Sutton and Madison Sutton. And it's Megan Sutton with the basketball with a bounce pass inside. Back to the basket was Zavara. Now they put it up off the glass and rim. No good. It's tapped out, and Destiny Evans for Lorain has it. She's going to get it to Brooklyn Ferguson, and here come the Titans. Ferguson into the forecourt, no score. Ferguson on the drive, wraparound pass to Destiny Evans, glass rim, no. Rebound is hauled out of there by Abby Schmitz of Firelands. The Falcons, 18-2, the third seed in the Division II tournament coming up at Elyria. Lorain, 17-3, the seventh seed at the Division I tournament at EC. Zavara with the basketball, high off the glass and rim, no good. Rebound, fought for, Sutton had it. Kicks it outside, now back in the corner to Isabella Zavara, the transfer from Western Reserve High School. She gets it out to Abby Schmitz. 6:20 to go first quarter, no score. Rob Polinsky, Jared Kozar, Joe Bach with us here tonight from Lorain High School. Emily Stewart got it into Sutton. Now they kick it back outside. Abby Schmitz can't get off a three. Nice defense here for Lorain man-to-man defense, Jared.
They're doing a really good job pressuring that perimeter, as you mentioned, and a turnover there.
There's the steal. Brooklyn Ferguson comes out of there with the basketball. Ferguson into the forecourt, hands it off Paige Barricklow. A right side three, it's up and in, and I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. It's Mackenzie Barricklow. Mackenzie Barricklow for the three. Her sister played in the freshman and JV games. Mackenzie with her 15th three ball of the year. Lorain leads 3-0. I'm sure in due time, Paige Barricklow will make threes for Lorain, but not that one right there.
You knew it was a Barricklow. Some of that should be what counts.
Yeah. With the basketball in the forecourt, Emily Stewart. Stewart almost had it stolen by Brooklyn Ferguson. She gets rid of it to Abby Schmitz. Schmitz in between the circles. Schmitz with the basketball. 5:19 to go first quarter. Firelands trailing 3-0 with the basketball. In the corner, Sutton Gets it back out to Zavara. Zavara, man-to-man defense. Cross court, got it to Schmitz. Schmitz looking for Sutton, cutting in. Got it. Throws it up at the basket. Air ball long. Rebound, Destiny Evans. Great defense by Lorain in these first 3 minutes. Evans comes down. Kicks it back outside. A left side three ball off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Herman. She'll get it out to Brooklyn Ferguson in the corner. Again, Barricklow. She'll launch another one. She'll make another one. Mackenzie Barricklow, her second three of the game, her 16th of the season, and Lorain leads 6-0 with 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Jared, they are shooting 23% as a team three-point land, but they've made two big ones early. And the bounce pass inside, throw it away, it'll go to Lorain.
And they're playing great defense, and they're able to get those looks at the perimeter because I think they're in a situation where it looks natural. It evolves offensively like that. It's not as if they're trying to manufacture those looks. They're being pretty unselfish passing the ball.
24% three-point shooters. As a team, field goal shooting, Lorain 33%. This is not a good shooting team, but they made a couple of long ones today. Destiny Evans with the basketball. Evans inside. Evans puts it up, back of the rim and in. Destiny Evans gives Lorain an 8-0 lead. As we approach the halfway point of the first quarter, Mark Feldman off giving instructions to his team. Lob in for Emily Stewart. Back outside to Sutton. Sutton with it, got it to Abby Schmitz. Lexi Coggins into the game. She's been ill. She's going to give it a go. Puts it up and in. Lexi Coggins normally starts. She's been out with the flu. She comes in, makes her 16th three of the year, and gets Firelands on the board. They trail 8-3. Brooklyn Ferguson out to Barricklow. She's feeling it. Put up another long one. Missed that one. Tapped out of bounds by Stewart. It'll be Lorain basketball. They're going to inbound. They get it to Brooklyn Ferguson. Ferguson dribbling. 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. She lobs it for Amani Thomas off of a Falcon and out of bounds to Lorain. And it'll be Makai Herman to inbound. Does so to Barricklow. Barricklow, another one. Another three, Jared. Your third of the quarter.
3 of 5 to start the game, and they're all from distance there. We've seen a good showing so far. And a turnover now for Firelands, and it's going to give the ball back to Lorain with a chance to extend the lead.
9 points for Barricklow. And it's 11-3. She and Destiny Evans has the other basket.
You know, my man Newman in Seinfeld, his favorite breakfast was a pair of Barricklows. A pair of Barriclaws is what he was going for. We've got 3 Barricklow threes tonight.
Well, Newman probably would have liked that too, right?
Exactly. What's better than 2? 3.
And with the basketball is Amani Thomas. Gets it out to Destiny Evans. Evans on the three-point line. Evans drives in, puts it up, missed it. Rebound comes down to Zavara. Zavara hands it off to Abby Schmitz for Firelands. Schmitz into the forecourt. Schmitz will bring it up. We'll go cross-court, Emily Stewart. Stewart with the basketball, bounces it in for Megan Sutton. Megan Sutton, lefty in the lane, in and out, no good. Tip back up, no. Loose on the floor. Brooklyn Ferguson for Lorain comes out of there with it. Ferguson into the forecourt. Ferguson around Emily Stewart, laid it up and in. Brooklyn Ferguson with a basket, and it's 13-3 Lorain. Into the front court comes Megan Sutton. Sutton gets it up top to Lexi Coggins. Lorain up by 10, 2:20 to go in the first quarter, and Brooklyn Ferguson gets called for a foul. Her first, team's first.
A little surprised. Dave Cadella has been cemented to that chair for most of the first quarter, and you got to wonder if there was maybe a timeout to be called there. Obviously, in his 18th year, he knows more than I do.
And I thought the same, and the only thing I was thinking is you know, I got a veteran group. Maybe I'll let them see if they can work themselves through this. There's a reason they scheduled this game. Not the most important thing to win it. I mean, you want to, obviously, but I'm sure he's looking at the big picture here. They lose control of it. It's going to be stolen away by Lorain. But I think you schedule a game. You heard him in the pregame show this late in the season against a Division I, very athletic team, a team that they wouldn't see in the Lorain County 8 all the time. And this is to get them ready for that Division II tournament at Elyria, whether they win or lose this one. Substitutions into the game for Lorain. It's going to be Tanisha Llanos. And for Firelands into the ball game, Bella Simmons. Destiny Evans has it. Evans with a three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebound saved by the Titans. Amani Thomas comes out of there with it, and she gets tied up. Also into the ball game for Lorain is Kiera Jenkins, a sophomore. Mark Feldman's team, they play hard. Saw them just fight for that loose ball. I think Firelands thought it was going to go out of bounds. Lorain said, And they inbounded to Destiny Evans. She gets called for traveling.
Well, and the other thing is, you mentioned they play hard. When the seeds came out and they saw where they were at, what kind of a chip on their shoulder you think they have when they make that trip over to Elyria Catholic?
No doubt about it. Well, they hope to get there. They get it inside. Shot goes up. Missing that one is Zavara, and Destiny Evans comes out of there with it. Lorain, 17-3, the 7th seed. They're going to open up tournament play with a home game against Elyria. Should they win that, then they go on the road to Westlake. They've got to win those two just to get to the districts at EC. Brooklyn Ferguson from downtown, back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Bella Simmons for Firelands. Simmons quickly into the front court. Simmons got it into Megan Stewart. Megan Stewart with it, puts it up and in. And that's my bad, that's Madison Stewart. So it's 13-5 with 1:10 to go. First quarter, Lorain by 8. Good start to this one pace-wise. We've just had one foul so far. It's been on Lorain. As we approach the 1 minute mark of the first quarter, they go right side. Amani Thomas will launch it. She'll miss it in and out. And the rebound went off the knee of Ferguson, out of bounds. It'll go to Firelands. Well, Lorain is continuing the hustle. They're going for those 50-50 balls. Two veteran coaches, Dave Cadella, 18th year. Bella Simmons gets called for traveling at Firelands. Mark Feldman asked Mark, how long has it been from the merger? Now, I can't believe this, but Mark said it's the 10th year. That seems hard to believe, but he would know more than I, but he's been here since the merger.
Well, in a long career at Southview
For
prior
sure.
to that a lot of people kind of lose in terms of that translation.
First Baptist boys, coach?
Yeah.
In between.
Couple of stops.
Been around. Destiny Evans gets the inbound. She'll put it up. She'll miss it. Brooklyn Ferguson got the rebound. Into Kiera Jenkins. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Her pass is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Lorain. Glad you could join us for the Center for Orthopedics cage matchup. This is the girls' regular season finale on WEOL. 43 seconds to go in the quarter. They're going to inbound it. Pass shot goes up, no good. And Destiny Evans stole the rebound. Destiny Evans put it up, no good. They fight for the rebound. It's loose, and it comes out of there to Sutton for Firelands. Long outlet for Bella Simmons. She can't save it from going out of bounds. Firelands just having a really hard time. They're not getting the 50-50 balls. When they get sped up, then they make mistakes. This game, in my opinion, has been to the pace that Lorain likes.
They've certainly benefited from it so far, and you mentioned taking Firelands out of their comfort zone. They've got 6 turnovers here. That's not the mark of an 18-win ball club.
Jersey Beard comes in for the first time for Lorain. 20 seconds to go first quarter. Titans with the ball and an 8-point lead. Janos with the basketball. Gets a screen from Beard. Janos will go cross court to Jenkins. Jenkins can shoot from downtown. She puts that one up, and on cue she hit it. Her 12th 3-ball of the year, and it's 16-5 Lorain. Under 5 seconds to go in the quarter. They get it inside. The shot goes up by Madison Sutton at the buzzer. It's good. But after one, it's Lorain 16, Firelands 7. You're listening to the Center for Orthopedics cage matchup on AM 930, FM 100.3, and Jared Online.
At WEOL.com.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Hey Luda, got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really worried. One of my friends is living on the street.
I know someone who can help.
Who?
1-800-RUNAWAY.org. They help kids having a rough time at home, in school, or on the street. You can do a live chat on their site. They will help get her to safety.
Thanks, Ludacris.
Trust the National Runaway Switchboard. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
Start of the second quarter, Firelands to inbound. They trail 16-7. Boy, what a great first quarter for the Lorain Titans. In particular, Mackenzie Barricklow made 3 threes. Kiera Jenkins made a 3. 4 3-point field goals by the Titans. Jenkins with a steal. Jenkins to the other end. Left-hand layup is good. Kiera Jenkins with 5. 18-7. Lorain leads by 11. And here come the Falcons with the basketball. They get it into Madison Sutton, put it up, no good. Got her own rebound, lost that on the way up. Abby Schmitz back up, no, but a foul. This will be just the second team foul on Lorain, and it is going to be on Mackenzie Barraclough. For Lorain to begin this quarter, Jersey Beard, Mackenzie Barraclough, Nia Smith into the ball game, Kiera Jenkins, and Tanisha Llanos. Schmitz at the line for for two, I should say. She's a 74% free throw tosser. Makes that one. As a team, Firelands 60%. Second free throw by Schmitz. That one's good. So it's Schmitz. Also into the game, Zavara. You've got Madison Sutton, Emily Stewart, and Lexi Coggins are the 5 on the floor for Dave Cadella's ball club. 18-9 Lorain. 7:20 to go until the Gallant Tax of Boys and Old halftime show. Jenkins launches a long one. Missed it. Barraclough with the rebound. Barraclough with the basketball. Scoops it up and in. Mackenzie Barraclough with 11. That's her first field goal. That wasn't a three. Coggins into the forecourt, had it knocked away. Comes out to Abby Schmitz. Schmitz with it inside the three-point line. Schmitz out to Emily Stewart. Stewart with a right-hand dribble. Stewart got it into Madison Sutton. Sutton trying to get around Jersey Beard. Out to Abby Schmitz. Schmitz with the basketball to Madison Sutton. 15-footer baseline jumper, no. Isabella Zavara with a rebound, lost it. Madison Sutton got it back, and it's knocked away, and coming out of there with it are the Lorain Titans in Mackenzie Barraclough. Barraclough to Nia Smith. She's open for three. Air ball long. Rebound Emily Stewart. Firelands. Stewart's pass knocked away. Now they bump it up to Sutton. Sutton with the basketball. Might have got away with a walk out to Lexi Coggins for three. Short. Rebound Tanisha Llanos. I have not seen Firelands this year. I've seen Lorain a couple of times. I'm guessing this isn't the pace Firelands wants to play at. Lorain is really forcing them to get up and down the floor. Coggins will get it to Madison Sutton. Sutton back out to Coggins. Coggins into Emily Stewart. Emily Stewart knocked away. Quick hands. Kiera Jenkins got a steal. Jenkins across midcourt. Jenkins will pull it back, wait for her teammates. Got it to Llanos for three. And that one's no good. You know, Lorain's fallen in love with those quick threes, Jared. I would think Mark Feldman would like to see his team run some offense.
Well, it's really tough when you have success early in the ball game to go away from it. But, yeah, they're 4 of 13. It was really good about 4 attempts ago. And now, as you mentioned, maybe poor shots that quick down the floor. You want to be able to work it in a little bit. So maybe they'll talk about that.
My point has always been, you know, those quick threes that they've been firing up their last several possessions, like one dribble in, you can get those threes anytime. I mean, why not just take try to get a better shot? We get a whistle on a foul, and that is going to go on Nia Smith, her first. And for Lorain, it is their fourth. Boy, Firelands has yet to commit a foul. 5:40 to go in the first half. Schmitz with it, get it into Isabella Zavara. Zavara inside. Nice up and under move by the sophomore. She gets her first points of the night, and it's 20-11. The Lorain lead is 9. Boy, a busy week of high school basketball on AM 930 and FM 100.3. Tomorrow night should be a good one. Avon Lake at Midview. Andy Bull-Barch will have it for you. And we're going to get a travel on Kiera Jenkins. Thursday night, Tim Alcorn comes back to the airwaves of AM 930 and WEOL. Right back here at Garfield Heights at Lorain. And then on Friday night, I'll get to spend Valentine's with Jared. It'll be Keystone at Clearview. So a busy, busy week of high school basketball on AM 930 and FM 100.3.
I'll bet you Mike Collier's got some really good Valentine's-infused snacks for us over there at the snack bar at Clearview.
That'll work. Ball's knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Firelands to inbound. That should be a heck of an atmosphere Friday night. Clearview is playing really, really well. Keystone, obviously, atop the LC8. That should be a great game Friday night.
Looking forward to it.
Bella Simmons with a basketball for Firelands. Simmons, and we get a whistle and what? It's knocked out of bounds. And you talk about teams that might feel that they were, undervalued or kind of, didn't get as high a seed as they thought in the tournament draw. How about those two? Keystone, the 6th seed, Clearview, the 10th seed at the Division II tournament draw. There's a drive by Simmons. The left-hand layup is up and in. She has her first 2, and Firelands has cut it to 7 points, 20-13. With the basketball is Herman. Herman at the foul line. Herman kicks it out to Destiny Evans. Evans up top. She'll get it back from Amani Thomas. Jump stop, put it up, no. Rebound Abby Schmitz. She got whacked in the head by Herman, no call. And here come the Falcons. Schmitz with it. Schmitz with the basketball. Schmitz in between the circles. Gets it to Isabella Zavara. Isabella Zavara gets it over on the right side to Megan Sutton. Sutton to Abby Schmitz. Into Stewart. Stewart put it up. Off the rim, no good. And clearing it is Brooklyn Ferguson for Lorain. Her passer, Amani Thomas, too much on it, out of bounds.
You know, you mentioned those
Bob Maver with the assist coming out. You know, Bob Maver and, sorry about that, Jared.
No.
Bob and Brian Corey, you know, they had a conversation at the north end. Now they've made their way all the way to the south end, and they're still yakking it up with each other.
Got to get the steps in. That's important. Brian Corey's on a really good track there.
Brian Corey, I talked to him. He's lost like 30 pounds in the last year. Baseline right goes up, no good. I asked him how he did it, and he said basically by avoiding you and I. Coming out of there with the basketball, it is going to be Brooklyn Ferguson. Ferguson gets it ahead to Mackenzie Barraclough. Barraclough's shot, no, but she's fouled for 2.
Maeve wouldn't mind us saying this. He's kind of on our meal plan, I think. You know, he's one of us.
He certainly is. Brian was, but he saw the light. And at the line for 2, Mackenzie Barraclough. Barraclough's free throw is up and in. Barraclough with 12. 21-13, and that gets Lorain up. Lorain was on 20 for a long time. Missed the second free throw. Isabella Zavara got it ahead to Bella Simmons. Firelands comes out of there with it. Pass gets knocked away. Once again, tonight's audio, Lorain City Schools Television. You can watch this game on WLCS TV 20, Spectrum Cable. Check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a 30-second timeout. The Titans lead by 8. You're listening to the Center for Orthopedics Cage Matchup on AM, on FM, and online.
At WEOL.com.
In an instant, life can change. Hi, I'm veteran J.R. Martinez. If you've been hurt or disabled due to your service, the last thing you need to do is hurry up and wait for a VA claims decision. Make sure you file an electronic, fully developed claim, or e-claim, for disability compensation on e-benefits. It's the fastest and easiest way to get a claims decision. Learn more at ebenefits.va.gov. E-claims and e-benefits. Online VA claims made simple.
Mobile app at WEOL.com.
And welcome back to Lorain. Firelands with the inbound and losing it on the way up. For the Falcons is going to be Abby Schmitz. That turnover gives it to the Titans. Titans are up 21-13, Jared, with 3:21 to go in the first half.
Strong first half so far by Lorain. You mentioned they were kind of stuck on 20 for a while, but I think maybe that's what that talk was about.
With the basketball is Herman. Herman for Lorain. Sutton went for the steal, didn't get it. Herman picks up her dribble, right side, Amani Thomas. Thomas inside. Thomas put it up, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It stays with Lorain. Mark Feldman giving instructions from his team. He's always on the floor, animated, walking up and down. I don't know if Dave Cadell has got off the chair yet. Just two different styles of coaching. I'm not saying either one's right or wrong, just two different guys with two different styles. Shot's going to be blocked, and Amy Schmitz comes out of here with it for Firelands. Schmitz with the basketball. Schmitz will hand it off to Megan Sutton. Sutton will hand it off to Lexi Coggins. Coggins didn't start. We had a fighting the flu. Gets it to Zavara. Zavara was fouled. She'll shoot 2. So that foul on Thomas, her first, team's 5th. And Isabella Zavara at the line for 2. Free throw is up and in. Zavara with 3, 65% on the year from the line. The lefty puts it up and makes them both. 21-15. The Falcons are as close as they've been in a long time. They've cut it to 6 with 2:35 to go in the first half. Ron Polinsky, Jared Kozar, Joe Bach, live from Lorain High School. Mackenzie Barraclough with a Barraclough jump stop, put it up and in. Boy, what a half she's having, Jared. She has 14 points in the first half. She has almost outscored Firelands herself. Isabella Zavara at the other end put it up. No, she's fouled. Zavara is a 5'11 sophomore, 9.8 a game, 10 rebounds a game, 2.5 steals per game. She has 4 points. My first chance to ever see her. She was a freshman, was at Western Reserve High School, came over to Firelands this year, and for a sophomore, I think you can tell that this young lady's going to have a career.
Certainly would appear that way. Bull and I had a chance 2 days before Christmas to have the girls-boys doubleheader over at Firelands. Amherst girls, they got the better of Firelands that day, but she certainly seemed as if she was able to answer the call that day against Amaya Staten. A pretty good post player in her own right, so you're thinking to yourself as a sophomore, she did not back down from that challenge.
Zavara made them both, 23-17. The Lorain lead is back down to 6 with 2:15 to go in the first half. Coming up, the Gallon Tackers and Boys and Old halftime show. The pass is going to get knocked away loose on the floor. Barraclough got it, but it's stolen by Schmitz. Schmitz with a steal for Firelands ahead to Emily Stewart. Stewart racing into the forecourt. Stewart all the way to the basket. Shot blocked, and we're going to get a jump ball. Oh, what job by Destiny Evans coming all the way back, blocking that shot and creating a jump ball. Tremendous hustle by Destiny Evans.
And we've seen that pretty much throughout the evening from the Lorain Titans defenses, that they're going to be able to contest most of those shots, and they're not going to give you anything easy. They're going to get back. They're going to be able to backpedal with you.
1:59 to go in the first half. 23-17. The alternating possession arrow was in favor of Lorain. So the Titans with the basketball following that block shot. Ferguson lobs it in for Barraclough, but it's stolen by Abby Schmitz. Schmitz with an outlet for Sutton. Sutton on the drive. Ferguson got back defensively and knocked it out of bounds. I'll tell you what, every time you think Firelands has a break, Lorain gets back there defensively, and now Dave Cadella's up off the bench saying they got fouled.
A little bit upset about that one. I think the environment has a lot to do with that. Wide open beyond that hoop over there.
They're going to get it inside. Lexi Coggins double team. Coggins knocked off the ball, stolen, but then slipping and falling were the Titans. Herman. So that's a traveling violation. Give it back to Firelands.
That auxiliary gym off to our left is wide open, and I think that that's a little bit of a different look. A lot of times you see those auxiliary bleachers in front of there kind of rounding off that end line.
Schmitz with the basketball. Schmitz will get it in for Zavara. There's the 7th team foul on Lorain. And that one's going to go on Destiny Evans. That's her first team 7th. They're in the 1-and-1. Jared with 1:29 to go in the half. Firelands has committed 1 foul. Zavara at the line for 1-and-1. You can hear Dave Cadell up here saying there should be at least 12 fouls. He shouldn't complain too much. His team has committed 1 foul, but now he has the ear of Kyle Robeson, and he's going to use it. Isabella Zavara makes them. 23-19. The Falcons are down by just 4. They were down double digits, but they've cut it to 4 with 1:20 to go in the half. And it is parent-teacher conference night here at Lorain High School, Jared, in case you didn't know.
Caught that on the way in, and I thought to myself, kind of had flashbacks, and not all good ones, about being in this building.
Herman in the corner with it. Oh, did the CoStar parents get called into a couple of those? Herman gets it out to Destiny Evans, puts it up and in. Evans on the three-point line. It's a 2. She was on the line. Steal by Brooklyn Ferguson. Lays it up and in. A big steal by Ferguson. A 4-0 run there, and now Ferguson knocks it out of bounds. So Lorain with back-to-back baskets. Instead of a 4-point game, all of a sudden, just like that, it's 8.
Off of turnovers, too. Real good defense by the Titans for most of the evening to this point. So no surprise there. They're able to manufacture some points and get back to a pretty healthy advantage right now.
Lexi Cobbins from Abby Schmitz into the forecourt. Double team. Pass for Sutton. Knocked away and stolen by Ferguson. Ferguson with a steal. Ferguson into the forecourt. Ferguson with the basketball over to Destiny Evans. Evans, left elbow. Right side, Barraclough for 3. Missed that one off the rim. Kiera Jenkins tapped the rebound, but she tapped it to Megan Sutton. Sutton on the drive. Sutton is going to put it up. An air ball long. Emily Stewart's going to be fouled. She'll shoot 2 with 19 seconds remaining. And that foul is going to go on Kiera Jenkins, her second, team's 8th. Lee Stewart at the line for two. Free throw up and in. Her first point. Emily, 65% on the year.
How about shooting 60% coming into the ball game? They are 9 of 9 right now.
At the line?
That's correct.
Wow. That's keeping them in the game. 10 for 10. Made them both. 27-21 with 19 seconds to go in the first half. 6-point Titan lead. Brooklyn Ferguson looking for the final shot of the half. She's in between the circles by the volleyball line. Now steps back, top of the key, put it up, no good. Rebound, Abby Schmitz, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Schmitz is going to get it ahead. It's knocked away. Zavara can't get to it, and that'll do it for one half. Our score at half, Lorain 27, Firelands 21. You're listening to the WEOL Center for Orthopedics Cage Matchup. Tonight's game on AM 930, on FM 100.3, or download the mobile app.
At WEOL.com.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
I was the first woman ever to deploy on a Strategic Air Command deployment.
You didn't just serve your country.
I lobbied for women to be on board submarines.
You paved the way for others.
I joined the Army because I wanted a challenge.
And the challenges you face now? Your VA delivers a variety of benefits. Learn more, including how to apply online using e-benefits.
No matter what time it is, you've earned them. Apply today.
Start of the second half. Ron Polinsky, Jared Kozar with you. Joe Bach is again our audio tonight on WLCS TV 20, Spectrum Cable, Lorain City Schools Television. You can check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your informational needs. Follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV 20. Check out that YouTube station. They have over 1.7 million views on Lorain Schools TV 20. Zavara starts his third quarter missing a reverse layup, and Lorain comes out of here with a basketball up 27-21. In the corner, Barrick low for three, missed it. Zavara with a rebound. Zavara, Stewart, Schmitz, Coggins, and Sutton are on the floor for the Firelands Falcons. Stewart missed that one. Ferguson, Herman, Thomas, Barrick low, and Evans with the five on the floor for Lorain. That ball was kicked. It'll be Lorain inbound. Mark Feldman will hand the ball to the official. Our officials again, Kyle Robeson, Tom White, Ken Van Wagenen. Inbound to Destiny Evans. She'll jack it. She'll miss it. They continue to launch from downtown. Evans got the rebound, laid it up and in. She's got 6. 29-21. The Lorain lead is back to 8. Full court pressure. This bothered Firelands at times in the first half. And there, Thomas with her length got a steal, lays it up and in. Timeout. Firelands will take a 30 as well. 7:07 to go in the third quarter. Lorain by 10 on the WEOL Center for Orthopedics Cage Matchup, AM, FM, and online.
At WEOL.com.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
7:07 to go in this one. Lorain leads by 10. A good quick timeout by Dave Cadell. He's got to figure out to get a press breaker. Sutton with it. Sutton in the corner. Sutton drives in. Sutton put it up off the rim. No good. Rebound loose on the floor. Sutton got it. She kicks it outside to Abby Schmitz. Schmitz gets it back to Megan Sutton. Sutton dumped it into Zavara. Zavara put it up around the rim and it went in. Isabella Zavara with 10. 31-23. 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Lorain 17-3. Firelands 18-2. Two gaudy records for these two programs in this late season non-conference game. Thomas had her shot blocked. Destiny Evans comes out of there with it, threw it at the basket, no good. Zavara gets a rebound for Firelands to Emily Stewart. Cross court, Lexi Coggins. Coggins across midcourt. Coggins got it into Megan Sutton. Sutton back out to Zavara. She'll leave it for Lexi Coggins. They whip it around to Abby Schmitz on the right side. She's guarded by Herman. Man-to-man defense for Lorain. Backdoor cut, beautifully done. Emily Stewart, she scored. Oh, Zavara with a beautiful pass to Stewart, who got inside. She's got 4. With that backdoor cut, Jared, when that is executed, that's about as pretty as a play as there is in basketball.
Sure is. And how about the timeout by Dave Cadell? They come out, they get 2 buckets and a stop. That's exactly what you need.
Barraclough for 3, and that's in, and that's exactly what Lorain needed. Mackenzie Barraclough with her 4th 3 of the game. She's got 18 on the year, and it's 34-25. Firelands making 2s, and Lorain's making 3s. Do the math. Zavara puts it up, no good. She'll shoot 2. Lorain has made 5 3s. Firelands has made 1. 15-3 from downtown, and they lead by 9. I'm not that smart a guy, but when you're making 3s and your opponent's making 2s, you're probably going to have more points. Zavara for 2 free throws, up and in.
Well, Rob, as long as you're willing to admit that, but as we go on with the ball game here, you've got to look at some things for Firelands and some positives, and I think that they've looked at sort of a situation where during the first half they weathered a storm, thinking that Lorain couldn't quite possibly shoot that well. It turns out that they didn't towards the end of the half, but they've come out here doing well in the second.
Zavara made 1 out of 2 free throws. They didn't put it on the scoreboard. She made the first free throw, right?
Correct.
And they didn't put it on the scoreboard. And we've got a Firelands rebound, and now we're going to get a couple of free throws. Now they do.
I can tell you who's going to be upset about that. Chronicle Telegram, Scott Summers across the way. He keeps very careful watching.
He probably just got him to change it, didn't he?
I think probably is what happened.
A couple of free throws at the line right now is Madison Sutton. So you can read tomorrow's Chronicle Telegram. Scott Summers will give you his account of this ball game. Sutton again. That one's short, no good. Offensive rebound, Isabella Zavara. She is playing a complete game. Hands it off to Lexi Coggins. Coggins with the basketball. Falcons down by 8. She hands it off to Megan Sutton. Sutton left-hand dribble. Hands it off to Zavara. And then going for the steal was Kiera Jenkins. Didn't get it. Sutton drives in, put it up, no good. Sutton got the rebound, put it up, no good. And the rebound, Destiny Evans. But Dave Cadell upset his team couldn't finish those. And into the forecourt, Brooklyn Ferguson for 3, and air ball long. And hauling down the rebound is Megan Sutton for Firelands. To Lexi Coggins. She'll get it to Madison Sutton, who checked back in. Madison goes to Izzy Zavara. Zavara put it up, no good. Good defense by Destiny Evans. Micaiah Herman into the forecourt for Lorain. Gets it to Barraclough. Barraclough on the drive. The running one-hander off the rim, no good. Tipped out on the rebound, Abby Schmitz of Firelands. She'll leave it for Sutton. Sutton got it to her sister Madison Sutton, put it up, no good. Megan Sutton with a return back up and in. Boy, Dave Cadell is probably wondering, what do we got to do to put one in? But finally, it was the basket by Megan Sutton, making it 34-28. 4:10 to go into third.
It's exactly where the third quarter started. It was a 6-point deficit, so we'll see if Firelands can cut into that anymore.
Each team has scored 7 points in the third quarter. Destiny Evans, class and rim as she backed down Zavara. Nice move by Destiny. She's got 8, and the lead is 8. Quickly running the floor, Madison Sutton, glass rim, no. Brooklyn Ferguson got a rebound for Lorain. Ferguson will get it into the front court. Ferguson pushing to Herman. Herman, 15-footer, it's up and in. Herman with 2, another timeout for Firelands. We'll take one as well. 3:33 to go in the third. Firelands down by 10. Center for Orthopedics cage matchup on AM, on FM, and online.
At WEOL.com.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Once again, a busy week of high school basketball on AM 930 and FM 100.3. Tomorrow, Andy Bull Barch down at Grafton. It'll be Avon Lake at Midview. Thursday, Tim Alcorn comes back. You heard that last spot break with Tim. It'll be the Garfield Heights of Lorain boys basketball game right here on Thursday night. And then on Valentine's night, Friday night, Jared and I will head over to Clearview for Keystone at Clearview. So 4 more Center for Orthopedics cage matchups this week on AM 930 and FM 100.3. Firelands with the ball down 10. Sutton with it. Sutton inside, lost it. Stolen Destiny Evans. Lorain with a 38-28 lead. 3:10 to go in the third. Kiera Jenkins into the forecourt. Gets it left side to Llanos. Tanisha Llanos. Couple of dribbles. Tanisha still dribbling. And she'll hand it off to Brooklyn Ferguson. Brooklyn Ferguson. Left side, Llanos. Destiny Evans posting up Zavara. They get it into Evans. Foul on Zavara. Her first. Team's first. Firelands has committed 2 fouls this game.
Boy, you mentioned those big matchups coming up, and I'm going to go ahead and call those premier Center for Orthopedics cage matchups that we have coming on, because you've got Midview, in essence, trying to put away the conference tomorrow, and we've got what could amount to being a conference championship type game on Friday evening.
Yep.
And intermixed, you have a big time matchup in the LEL.
Stewart gets it, the steal. She gets it to Sutton. Sutton put it up and in. Megan Sutton with 4, all in this quarter, 38-30. Firelands just keeps hanging around. They're down 8 with 2:40 to go in the third. And again, tonight was the finale of the regular season for the girls. And we'll have tournament basketball for girls starting next week at some point. Andy Bobarch racking his brain, ready to put together that schedule. Probably keeping him up at night. Micaiah Herman with it. Micaiah Herman in between the circles in front of the Lorain bench. She'll get it out to Llanos. Llanos lobs it inside. The spin, puts it up, and no good. Destiny Evans missed it. And now we got a steal by Kiera Jenkins, though. Jenkins lays up. She missed it. Rebound Evans back up. She missed it. Evans again back up. No, but she'll shoot 2. Sometimes the Falcons are nonchalant when they outlet the basketball, and you cannot do that against Lorain. They are going to steal it if you're not looking.
And I think during conference play, they probably get away with that one more often than not, and that's something that they are accustomed to going in. Tonight's a little bit of a different story.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Line left, free throw up and in. Destiny Evans, 68% on the year from the line. She's got 9 points tonight. As a team, Lorain shooting 57% from the stripe. 2:01 to go in the third. Lorain leads by 9. Evans again. Missed that one. Offensive rebound, Llanos. Inside to Amani Thomas, who lays it in. That was well done. Quickly at the other end, Emily Stewart has it. Measures a baseline 3. That's off the rim, no. Zavara fought for the rebound, loose on the floor. Comes out to Brooklyn Ferguson for Lorain. Ferguson on the way to the basket, had her shot blocked, and it's out of bounds to who? It will be Lorain basketball. And my bad, that's Tanisha Llanos out there. And we're going to get Lorain to inbound. And we got a timeout on the floor. Let's take this timeout as well. Minute 41 to go in the third. We're back in 30 seconds on the Center for Orthopedics cage matchup on AM, on FM, and online.
At WEOL.com.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home, the brave.
Following the 30-second Lorain timeout, each team has 3 timeouts remaining. 41-30, Lorain by 11 with the ball. 1:41 to go in the third. It'll be Kiera Jenkins to inbounds. And off the back of Sutton, she'll lay it up and miss it. And Sutton got the rebound, knocks loose, and comes up out of there with it. Sutton into the forecourt, waiting for her Firelands teammates. Circling around Destiny Evans, in trouble, got rid of it to Stewart. Right side, Lexi Coggins, jump stop, put it up, no. Offensive rebound, Zavara back up and in. Zavara with 13, 5 in the quarter, and it's 41-32, Lorain by 9. Nia Smith with the basketball. Smith in front of the Falcon, or in front of the Titan bench. Nia Smith, the senior, dribbling around, looking for a teammate. Gets it out to Llanos. 1 minute to play, third quarter. Cross court, Amani Thomas. Her shot is going to be blocked by Stewart. And we got a whistle and a foul on Lexi Coggins of Firelands. Just the third team foul and the second on Coggins. It'll be Nia Smith inbounding for Lorain. Titans by 9. 56 seconds to go in the third. They get it inside to Amani Thomas. She spins, puts it up over Zavara, no good. Rebound, Nia Smith saved it, got it to Kiera Jenkins of Lorain. Kiera Jenkins with the basketball with 45 seconds to go in the third. Jenkins dribbling by midcourt. Jenkins got tripped and fouled by Megan Sutton. Fourth team foul on Firelands. Checking in is Bella Simmons for Firelands. She scored 2 points in the first quarter. Checking in for Lorain, Brooklyn Ferguson. And they're going to inbound to Brooklyn Ferguson. Ferguson in between the circles with the basketball. 35 seconds to go in the third. Got it on the right side of Destiny Evans, back out to Nia Smith. Nia Smith dribbling. Smith at the foul line. Smith at the lane, lost it, got it back, lost it again. Loose on the floor, a whistle and a foul on the Titans. And it is going to be on Nia Smith. Her second, team's third. 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. Falcons with the ball down 9. Simmons is going to be, gets called for double dribble. And Dave Cadella gives instructions, but you can see the disappointment. He knew he had a chance to get a final shot of the third quarter there. His team down 9. Nia Smith looking to inbound. Smith got it to Brooklyn Ferguson. Mark Feldman cracks me up. The guy who yells, nobody can hear. The guy's had a gravelly voice since he was like 5 years old. They get it to Brooklyn Ferguson. Ferguson with the basketball. 5 seconds to go in the third. Ferguson passes out to Nia Smith. Smith put it up, and that's going to be an air ball short. We played 3. Our score, it's Lorain 41, Firelands 32. We're back with the fourth quarter after this timeout in the Center for Orthopedics girls cage matchup. Tonight's game on AM 930, FM 100.3, or download our mobile app. I hope you've done that. It's on the mobile app, Jared.
We can find it at WEOL.com.
Stop. Whether it's on the way to school, at school, or online, bullying has become a non-stop threat to our youth today. Is your child being bullied? The National Runaway Switchboard can help. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
Fourth quarter, it is Lorain over Firelands 41-32. Titans led by 6 at half. They outscored Firelands 14-11 in the third to take a 9-point lead into the fourth. Kiera Jenkins, Brooklyn Ferguson, Destiny Evans, Mackenzie Barraclough, Nia Smith 5 on the floor for Lorain. It's Brooklyn Ferguson with it. Emily Stewart, Bella Simmons, Lexi Coggins, Ashley Schmitz, and Isabella Zavara. Abby Schmitz and Isabella Zavara are out there for Firelands to begin the fourth quarter. Barricklow steps back, put it up, and in, and it's a 3. Her 5th of the game. She had 14 on the year, had 5 more tonight. 44-32 Lorain. Jared, she has been the difference. Bella Simmons with the basketball. Simmons on the three-point line, guarded by Ferguson. Her and the Lorain defense, in my opinion. That gets knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Lorain basketball.
And we've just started quarter number 4, but those have been the consistencies throughout all 4 quarters to this point. You could count on those being constants that you could depend on for Lorain.
It just seems like whenever Lorain needs the basket, a big basket, Barricklow has been there. She got 20 points. With the basketball is Kiera Jenkins. 44-32 Titans. 7:05 to go in this basketball game until the Eco Tree Services postgame show. Nia Smith drives in, put it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Lexi Coggins. Coggins gets it ahead to Abby Schmitz. Schmitz on the three-point line. Schmitz on the drive. Schmitz put it up, side of the backboard, no good. Rebound Nia Smith. Smith will get it into the forecourt. Smith on the drive. Smith with a bounce pass out to Ferguson. Measures a 3. Well short. Offensive rebound. Destiny Evans, no good. Tapped out of bounds. Firelands ball. Megan Sutton, Madison Sutton back in for Firelands. Bella Simmons, Abby Schmitz out for Firelands. 6:40 to go in the ball game. Falcons down a dozen. Lorain led by 9 after 1, 16-7. Firelands has been playing catch-up ever since and never able to get there. They've gotten within 4 twice, but they just can't overcome that first quarter hump when they were down 9. Stewart with the basketball, driving the baseline, reverse layup, got it. Emily Stewart, nice move. She's got 6. 44-34. Into the front court comes Nia Smith. Smith right in front of Mark Feldman, calling out the play. She'll bring it back outside, lobs it inside. Destiny Evans, baseline jumper, nope. Off the rim, rebound, Sutton. Megan Sutton gets it off to Lexi Coggins. Falcon basketball. Kiera Jenkins got a steal. Kiera Jenkins lays it up and in. There's that defense again, Jared.
And Jenkins was looking at that the whole way and met her at the half-court line, knowing that that could be the result.
They get it into Madison Stewart. Madison Sutton, she puts it in. 4 of the 5 starters for the Falcons, their last names begin with S. 2 Suttons, a Stewart, and a Schmitz. They get it inside to Destiny Evans. She traveled. They'll give it back to Firelands.
And I'll even give you the sound with Zavara is another one that sort of emulates what you're talking about.
So coming up with the basketball, Lexi Coggins. Coggins has it into the forecourt. Coggins got it to Madison Sutton. Sutton gets it to her sister Megan Sutton. Over to Emily Stewart with 5:10 to go in the ball game. Falcons down by 10 with it. Zavara goes to Madison Sutton. Got it into Megan Sutton. Sutton off the glass, yes, and a foul. Megan Sutton, the Falcons won't go away. She's got 6. She'll look for 7 at the line. 4th team foul on the Titans, and that is going to go on Kiera Jenkins, her 3rd. So Megan Sutton, 64% on the year, put it up and in. And for Lorain, coming back in is Thomas and Herman. Coming out of the basketball game, Smith and Jenkins. Five minutes to play. Lorain up by 7, 46-39. Falcons hanging around. Do they have a run in them here in the last 5 minutes? Bounce pass, loose on the floor, knocked out of bounds, and stays with Lorain. 4:51 to go in the basketball game. Tomorrow night, Jared along with Andy Bobarge. It'll be Avon Lake down at Midview. Midview leading, this is boys basketball we're talking about, leading the SWC. Avon Lake has had an up and down season, but you know they're capable. They get it inside to Thomas. She lays it in. Beautiful play on the inbounds. They caught the Falcons napping. 48-39, 9-point lead. Stewart in the corner. Emily Stewart with the basketball. Lobs it for Zavara, but nobody home. Stolen away by Evans, but she stepped out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to Firelands.
And it's the really tough part about trying to make the comeback here. If you're Firelands, yeah, you're doing some good things offensively, but you still got to stop Lorain.
Yep. You're going to lob it up top to Zavara. Zavara gets it to Madison Sutton. Sutton with a bounce pass to Megan Sutton. Got away with a walk, threw it at the basket, no good. Got her own rebound to Emily Stewart. Stewart backs it up. Each team has 3 timeouts remaining. 4:20 to go in regulation. Firelands down by 9. Madison Sutton on the drive. Right hands it off the glass and in. Madison Sutton with 8. 48-41. Falcons cut the lead to 7. Joe Bach says, this is too close for me. Joe Bach, the biggest Lorain fan we know. He's here on the camera work. Again, glad you could use our audio for the game tonight on WLCS TV 20. Ball loose and knocked out of bounds. It'll be Lorain basketball. Well, we've got a minute. Want to remind you, check out that YouTube station for Lorain schools on TV 20. They have over 1.7 million views. As soon as I try to plug them, they take a timeout. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back at 48-41. You're listening to the Center for Orthopedics Cage Matchup on AM, on FM, and online.
At WEOL.com.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important. Anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
Titan basketball, Brooklyn Ferguson with it, gets it into the forecourt to Mackenzie Barraclough. Barraclough with 20 points tonight to lead everybody. Her team up by 7 with 3:35 to go. They swing it around to Destiny Evans. Evans in the lane, jump stop, put it up, blocked, and Madison Sutton comes out of there with it for Firelands. Sutton into the forecourt. Sutton wants to go to the basket, double team, kicks it out to her sister Megan. Megan Sutton puts it up, she's fouled, she'll shoot 2. Boy, Firelands can get as close as they've been in a long time with a couple of free throws here. And it will be Micaiah Herman with the foul, her first. So Megan Sutton at the line for 2. Puts it up and in.
Not a lot of other games going on this evening in girls basketball, but one that is. Columbia, the Lady Raiders defeat Garfield Heights 56-43, a final score in that one. At the end of one, Medina leading Mentor 13-5.
Boys basketball, Medina and Mentor?
Believe so.
Wow, 13-5. Megan Sutton makes them both 48-43, 3:20 to go in the ball game. Into the forecourt. Herman has it. Herman outside the three-point line. Herman looking, gets it to Barraclough. Barraclough back out to Brooklyn Ferguson. Ferguson to Amani Thomas. 5-point lead for Lorain. 3 minutes to play in the ball game. This is as close as Firelands has been since the first quarter. With the basketball, dribbling out by the midcourt line is Brooklyn Ferguson. Ferguson guarded by Stewart, hands it off to Micaiah Herman. Milking a little time off this clock. Firelands has committed 4 fouls. They've got to commit 3 more to put them in the bonus. Pick up the dribble, and they threw it away. Went off the hands of Herman and out of bounds. 2:40 to go. Firelands down 5. Pressure by Lorain. 2-2-1 full court. They lob it. It's stolen away. They throw it away. This Lorain pressure has really bothered Firelands at times. Throw it at the basket by Thomas. No good, and Lexi Coggins gets the rebound. Coggins has her pocket picked by Brooklyn Ferguson. Ferguson on Zavara, put it up, no good. The return is up and in. Amani Thomas. Well, that was big, Jared. 50-43. And we're going to get a blocking foul on Nia Smith. Foul by Smith, her third, team 6.
They get the lead back up to 7 there. You had that feeling that if Firelands could have gotten the ball across the half-court line, they would have been able to maybe go out there and cut it to even 3, maybe 2.
Right. But how many times have they just turned it over, self-inflicted wounds? But part of that, you got to give Lorain credit, too, for causing some of the turnovers.
They're wreaking havoc out there with that press and just beating them at certain spots on the floor where they just don't match up that well right now. One thing that does bear mentioning, though, Firelands has only hit 1 3-ball in the game to this point. Got to think if they're going to shoot themselves back into the game, that might start now.
Sutton with the basketball, hands it off to Emily Stewart. Stewart Hands it off to Madison Sutton. Sutton trying to drive on Barraclough, can't. Got it to her sister Megan. Her shot goes up, no, but she's fouled. Minute 57 to go in the game. 7-point lead for Lorain. Couple of free throws coming up here for Firelands. 7th team foul on the Lorain Titans, and that foul is on Herman, her second. 2 free throws for Megan Sutton. Right there. Sutton with 10. 6 of the 10 are in the fourth quarter. All 10 are in the second half. Lexi Coggins in for Emily Stewart for Firelands. 50-44, a 2-possession game. Lorain leads with 1:57 remaining. Second one is good. Megan Sutton, a couple of big free throws. 64% on the year. Didn't look like it right there. She buried 2. Minute 50 to go. Lorain by 5. Herman with the basketball on the 3-point line. Cross court for Barraclough. Barraclough left-hand dribble. She's in between the circles. Barraclough gets a screen from Nia Smith. Bounce past Brooklyn Ferguson. Lobbed it into Nia Smith. Smith guarded by Zavara. Got to get rid of it. Does so to Brooklyn Ferguson. 2 timeouts for Lorain. 3 for Firelands. 1:25 to go. The Lorain Titans lead by 5. Micaiah Herman with the basketball. Cross court to Nia Smith. Smith guarded by Sutton. Fouled by Sutton. That's Madison Sutton. Team's 5th with 1:17 to go. Coach Cadella saying you got to come up and get after him.
Oh, they were going to have to work to put him in the bonus here.
Yeah, they got to commit 2 more fouls to put him in the bonus. The inbound to Brooklyn Ferguson, guarded by Lexi Coggins. Ferguson got around Lexi, kicks it back outside Nia Smith. 1:10 to go in the ball game, and a foul on Madison Sutton. Her second, team 6th with 1:08 to go. Firelands trying to deny the inbounds pass. They're going to throw in the backcourt to Nia Smith. Sutton went for the steal, didn't get it. Nia Smith in the backcourt, and now a whistle and a foul on Megan Sutton. Her second, team 7th. Both teams in the bonus. 1:04 to go in the game.
And I think if you like anything about that, your Firelands, it only took 4 seconds to get that foul. So they've done their job as far as eating up that 14 seconds worth of time.
And we will have coming into the ball game Abby Schmitz. Schmitz is in. It's 50-45. 1-1 for Nia Smith. Nia on the year, 18% from the line, 2 of 11. Missed that one. Foul, or the ball loose on the floor. Zavara had it, got it to Lexi Coggins. Coggins with the basketball. Coggins ahead to Abby Schmitz, 2-on-1. Pass to Emily Stewart, ran the floor, put it up in, and a timeout. Stewart laid it in. Timeout. Firelands will take one as well. 54 seconds to go. It's a 3-point game. We're back after this on the Center for Orthopedics Cage Matchup on AM, on FM, and online.
At WEOL.com.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yes, for a nicer day, huh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gonna get some big ones. Anybody want to wear a life jacket?
Man, I'm good.
No life jacket? That's a deal breaker.
Daddy, you promised.
Daniel Stevens.
Yeah, give me one of those life jackets.
This message brought to you by the National Safe Boating Council and the women who nag you. Love you.
Again, today's game is on WLCS TV 20, Spectrum Cable. 1.7 million views on that YouTube station. You can follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV20 and check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. 54 seconds to go in the ball game. They're going to inbound it to Nia Smith. 1-possession game. Destiny Evans has it. Evans put it up. No, but we got a whistle and a foul on the floor before the shot. So this will be a 1-and-1. And it was the foul is going to go on Zavara, her second, team's 8th. And it's a 1-and-1. 48.6 to go. Evans, 68% on the year from the stripe. Puts it up and in. Big free throw. Destiny Evans makes it a 2-possession game. She's got 10. 51-47 Titans. Line left. Evans again. Good again. 52-47. Timeout. Lorain will take a timeout as well. 48.6 to go. Titans by 5. Center for Orthopedics Cage Matchup on AM 930, FM 100.3. Download the mobile app and listen online.
At WEOL.com.
There's a lot of hidden dangers out there in cyberspace.
Never put your personal information online unless you ask your parents and they say that it's fine. Before you log on, don't be hasty. Please be smart with online safety. Stop and think before your connection. Use these steps for your protection. Online safety.
Stop. Think.
Connect.
48.6 seconds to go. Falcons inbounding, down by 5. Isabella Zavara with the basketball. Zavara in between the circles. Got it to Emily Stewart. Right side, Abby Schmitz for 3. Off the rim, no. And it comes down to Barraclough. Barraclough with the basketball, and she's fouled in the backcourt by Megan Sutton. Her third, team's 9th. If Barraclough can make both of these, it's a 1-and-1. It would make it a 3-possession game.
With 35 seconds left, that could be it for the Lady Falcons this evening.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is up and in.
Got another final to pass along girls basketball this evening. Wellington knocks off Vermilion 47-41.
Made them both 54-47. Good fourth quarter free throw shooting for both teams. 30 seconds to play. 7-point game, and the Falcons just threw it away. So it'll be Lorain basketball. Some of the humans start to file out. 29 seconds to go in the game. And inbounding it will be Makai Herman. Herman looking, inbounds to Brooklyn Ferguson. Ferguson's going to be fouled by Emily Stewart. She'll shoot 2. That is the 10th team foul. Wellington had another good year in girls basketball with Nathan Morris.
Certainly, they were right in it.
Second to Firelands.
Yeah, up until last Saturday, they were doing that was still within striking distance for them.
Right, Firelands beat them 60-40. Ferguson makes the front end.
You know, but when you think about chasing a team in your own conference with 18 victories, that tells you a lot about, you are still in that hunt.
Yep. Ferguson again. Puts it up. That's short. Rebound at Megan Sutton. She'll get it headed to Lexi Coggins. Coggins got it to Emily Stewart in the corner. Stewart with a pass for Schmitz. That's knocked out of bounds by Kira Jenkins. 20 seconds to go. Lorain leads by 8. Firelands can finish the league undefeated at 14-0 if they can defeat Black River Wednesday. And Lorain will end the regular season against Warrensville Heights on Wednesday, trying to win a Lake Erie League outright. They'll get it into Zavara. Zavara inside, backs down a defender, put it up, no good. Ball tapped out to Brooklyn Ferguson. And with 10 seconds to go and an 8-point lead, Coach Zavara said, don't foul, and Emily Stewart didn't hear him. So Emily Stewart commits the foul, and Dave Zavara says, look at the scoreboard.
No, Dave Zavara doesn't say look at the scoreboard. He's listening to the scoreboard. Dave Cadella says, why'd you foul?
Oh, jeez. I knew it. Between Isabella Zavara and Dave Zavara,
and you're thinking about 9 o'clock.
Free throw. No good. It's funny because when I interviewed Dave Cadella earlier today, I asked him, I said, did I call you Dave Zavara by mistake? He's like, no. Must have been a premonition I had. I wonder what timeout Dave Zavara's on right now. You think he's used his 360s and he's going for his 2 shorts? They're going to lob it inbounds. It's stolen away by Nia Smith. Nia Smith with 5 seconds. Little inside joke there, folks. That's going to do it. Our final score tonight, it was Lorain 56, Firelands 47. We'll be back with the Eco Tree Services postgame show after this timeout. You're listening to the Center for Orthopedics Cage Matchup. Tonight's game on AM at 9:30, FM 100.3. Download that mobile app and listen anytime online.
At WEOL.com.
Firelands 47.
Opportunities present themselves every day. Opportunities that move us forward. Opportunities to serve part-time in your community while continuing their full-time careers or education to help keep our nation safe at home and around the globe. Explore your opportunities in the Air Force Reserve.
For Firelands, they get the loss. They drop to 18-3 on the season. With the win, Lorain improves to 18-3 on the season. Both teams will end their regular season Wednesday. Lorain will entertain Warrensville Heights. Firelands will entertain Black River. Lorain led after one, 16-7, and really that was the difference. That 9-point lead after one. Firelands got close a couple times, but they could never get over the hump. 27-21 Lorain at half, 41-32 Lorain after three. Hi, Joe Bach. How you doing, buddy? And it was 56-47 for the final. It's now time to take a look at the stats. They're brought to you by Achieve County Credit Union, formerly known as School Employees Lorain County Credit Union. If you live, work, worship, or go to school in Lorain County, if you know where Lorain County is, you can be part of Achieve Credit Union. Scoring individually, it was Isabella Zavara with 13, Abby Schmitz had 2, Megan Sutton 11, Emily Stewart 8, Madison Sutton with 8, 42 from the starting 5 of Firelands. Off the bench, Coggins had 3, Simmons with 2, 5 off the bench, gave Firelands 47. For Lorain, Destiny Evans had 11. It was Brooklyn Ferguson with 5. Amani Thomas had 8. 22 points for Mackenzie Barricklow. She had 5 3-point field goals, 3 in the first quarter. She had 14 3-point field goals on the year, added 5 tonight, and I thought that was one of the big differences. She had 22 points in the game. Micaiah Herman had 2. Off the bench, it was Kiera Simmons had a good game. She had 7. So 56-47, Lorain wins. A good non-conference game, Jared, I thought, for both of these teams.
Really good litmus test for both organizations when you get ready for tournament play coming up. So, hats off to both schools on a good effort. Give Firelands credit. They battled right until about 27 seconds left in the ball game tonight. So, and they're going to see probably maybe not some of those same looks when they start tournament play. Right. So it's important for them to get that.
We'll continue with more of the EcoTree Services postgame show right after this timeout. You're listening to the Center for Orthopedics Girls Cage Matchup. Tonight we're on AM 930, FM 100.3. Download the mobile app and listen online, Jared.
At WEOL.com.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state, a major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
Continuing on the postgame show, it's time now for Jared Kozar to continue with the Achieve Credit Union stats of the game.
Well, thanks, Rob. And for the ball game, the Lady Falcons come up short in this endeavor this evening. They were 15 of 42 from the field. That's a 36% mark. 16 of 19 from the line, 84%, up from their season average of 60% by a considerable margin. 35 rebounds to go along with 19 turnovers in the contest. Turnovers are going to be a big number we'll talk to you about in a minute. For the Lady Titans, who upped that record to 18 wins of their own on the season, they were 21 of 59 from the field. That's a 36% mark as well. 8 of 13 from the line. 28 rebounds, 9 turnovers for the game. Just 2 in the second half of play. So not only were they able to hold Firelands off, they did it by playing efficient basketball. They played great defense, and they scored when they had to, and they were able to put this one away.
One more break. We'll wrap it up when we come back. Again, it was Lorain over Firelands 56-47 on the Center for Orthopedics Cage Matchup. Tonight's game on AM 930, FM 100.3. Download the mobile app, Jared. You can listen online.
At WEOL.com.
For the thousands of wounded warriors returning from battle, Wounded Warrior Project has developed the Warriors to Work program, a unique program that helps wounded warriors translate their military experience to the civilian workplace. The Warriors to Work program also works with employers to find the right job for the right warrior. Contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
This is the Center for Orthopedics Cage Matchup on AM 930, 100.3 FM, the WEOL mobile app, and WEOL.com.
One more piece of business, and we'll get you out to the Columbus Blue Jackets, one of the hottest teams in the NHL. Terry Howell tells us that they and Tampa Bay are tied at 1 in the second period. We'll join them as soon as we're done. But first, this game-changing moment brought to you by Life Care Centers of Elyria, Westlake, and Medina, offering short-term rehab, long-term care, and all-age inpatient and outpatient services. Jared, for me, I thought it was Mackenzie Barraclough. She came out in the first quarter. She had made 14 threes on the year. She made 5 in a game, but she made 3 threes. The first 3 field goals Lorain made were 3 threes by Mackenzie Barraclough. They never looked back. They led after 1, 16-7. To me, that was the game-changing moment.
Well, and you mentioned it was just one of those situations where when you're constantly looking up, you're expending effort both mentally and physically in terms of what that means when you're Firelands trying to get back into the ball game, and it just seems like it's an insurmountable mountain. And for the most part, it sort of was throughout the contest. So I'd have to agree with you on that one. That makes a lot of sense.
And once again, I want to thank Joe Bach and Lorain City Schools Television. You've been watching WLCS TV 20 Spectrum Cable. Check out that YouTube station, Lorain Schools TV 20. Over 1.7 million views. And you can follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV 20. Like Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook and win some great prizes. Can we talk to Coach here? Well, yeah, here. Let's give you this one. Coach, we can reach you here with us. You got us?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Coach.
My raspy voice?
We are joined by Mark Feldman, the head coach. Yes, you coach. You are consistent, if nothing else. Congratulations, hard-fought win. We were talking about it. Barraclough with those first quarter threes, and then your defense throughout. Every time Firelands made a little run, I thought your kids either with the press or just flat out getting some steals. I thought those were 2 big keys.
I thought our half court man-to-man was probably as good as it's been all year.
Mm-hmm.
We were switching, we were talking, they were all helping each other. We were undersized, and we were just making them at 22, the Zavara girl, we were just trying to make her take tough shots. And we fouled her too much. I mean, you saw half their points came to the free throw line, so but it's hard when you're undersized. And some of them were a little ticky-tack, but it is what it is. But they didn't score easily tonight, and that's kind of what we want to do. Make them have to really, really work for everything they got.
So Wednesday night, you're playing for a conference championship. Yeah. How important was a game like this on your schedule tonight? A non-conference game against a quality opponent, heading into Wednesday. Could that be a good thing?
It was kind of a trap game, to be honest with you. It's good to play a real good team because they're a real good team. But the kids, that's all they've talked about for 2 weeks is that game. And even though we've got to tell the kids don't want to share it. They don't like. I would say they don't like wars. I think when it comes to competitiveness, I think they
get
it. The girls are just it's a little bit of a.
They don't want to share.
A bit of a rivalry,
Sure.
They want to get them real bad. We got them at their place, and now you got to take care of business, get them at our place. So.
And when you talk about that, Coach, when you think about a matchup with them and what it's going to mean here at home on senior night. What do you like about your chances in that matchup as far as roster versus roster, if there's a matchup?
Number one, I don't like the fact that it's senior night. Just all the emotions and the flowers and, but it is what it is. Once we get them focused, I think we'll be okay. But roster-wise, I think we match up real well with them. They trap and press. They're crazy athletic. They're going to trap and press all over the floor. Nothing like what we saw tonight. They're going to be totally different team than what we saw tonight. Real up and down, real trap and press and going for every loose ball. And we're going to have to handle their pressure. We handled it the first time. We got them in foul trouble the first time because we handled it and got buckets. They played really, really aggressive, and we made them pay by getting buckets against it. Because we have a guard-oriented team, but like I tell the girls, every game's a new game. So just because it went that way last time doesn't mean it's a totally different game Wednesday night. So.
Now, you mentioned the pressure. Is that something that makes it easier for you guys to emulate because you ran it really well here this evening?
Yeah, we because we've got so many guards, we're small, we can, I think we do a pretty good job of handling. When people do press us, we generally do a pretty good job of passing to the open man and attacking in the right spots. And so hopefully that'll stay true to form, and we'll be able to, last time we played them, they actually went 2-3 zone for about a quarter and a half. And you would never see that from them, but. So we got to stay with the game plan. We got to have good practice tomorrow, and they're going to come out to jump on our necks, and we got to do the same thing.
Mark 18-3, a chance to go to 19-3 and win the conference outright on Wednesday.
Yeah.
How important will it be? And it should mean a lot to the girls. There should be a big crowd here Wednesday night to check this one in. Check this out.
But I hope
I'm just saying, that's kind of my
here. Number one, because it's senior night, there should be a good crowd, and I think you'll see some. Everybody plays Wednesday nights. It's everybody's last game Wednesday night. But I think you'll see a lot of basketball junkies here that just want to see two good teams play.
And then you'll open up the tournament on Monday against Elyria right here. So you'll have a couple more opportunities to play.
Tonight that's a good team we play.
Yeah.
And I told Dave walking through the line, I said, that's a good win for us. And if they play like that against, what are they? Are they 3?
They are.
So they play that, and they play like that in their 3 tournament. They're going to make some noise. Make a lot of noise in that D3 tournament.
Right. Well, Mark, again, congratulations on the win. Enjoy it, and best of luck Wednesday against Warrensville.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's Mark Feldman, the head coach of the Lorain Titans. His team going for an outright championship on Wednesday night. And how cool would it be? And, again, that was I don't think he really fed into what I was asking him, but I was trying to tell Mark there, if you want – that was your chance to say, get a crowd out here Wednesday night. So, but they deserve it. They deserve a big crowd Wednesday, and then for their tournament game on Monday, Jared.
Well, certainly, and much is made about the boys program here at Lorain, and it should be.
Yep.
But when you think about that, the amount of wins they've stacked up this year in that LEL conference, and a chance to win a conference championship in front of your home fans here, that's something special.
Well, let's get on out of here. It's been a long, long day, and Joe Bach's got better things to do. So it's time to call it a night. But again, we want to thank Joe Bach and him using the audio for WLCS. We've got Blue Jackets hockey to get into for those of you on AM 930 and FM 100.3. Jared, great to be here with you again. Joe Bach, thanks to you for the camera work. Most of all, we want to thank you for listening. Terry Howell back at Studio Control done a great job as he always has. And that's going to do it for the regular season of girls cage matchups on AM 930 and FM 100.3. How about this? 19 regular season games this year. Nobody does as much as we do. The tournaments will start next week. I guarantee you nobody will cover the games like AM 930 or FM 100.3. So a lot of people to thank for that. Andy Bulbarch and everybody putting together this schedule. So, again, thanks to these sponsors as well. They're the ones who make it happen. Tonight's game between Firelands and Lorain was brought to you by the Center for Orthopedics, Mike Bass Ford, Gallantakis and Boisenholt, Tri-C, Cobos Insurance Center, Achieve Credit Union, EcoTree Services, Life Care Centers of Elyria, Medina, and Westlake, the Mental Health Addiction and Recovery Services Board of Lorain County, Westland Heating and Air Conditioning, Edward Jones, Raymond Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, and by Dr. Andrew Deek and Deek Medical Dentistry. For Jared Kozar, Joe Bach, and Terry Howell, this is Rob Polinsky. One more time, your final score, it was your Lorain Titans 56 and the Firelands Falcons 47. This is Rob Polinsky saying, have a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.